Good afternoon, Dennis Burns, Fire Behavior Analyst with California Interagency Incident Management Team 2 with your evening update of the KMP Complex North Zone for October 8th. I'll start up here in Division Union on the west side of the fire in this Heartland area. As I mentioned this morning, we have direct line all the way across this fire's edge. We burned this little section out last night. If you can see those X's, that represents a dozer line. So all this is in all the way up to the highway. And then last night they took a piece kind of down at an angle like this to the highway. So they worked this and then all the way up to the top of the ridge and then back towards Quail Flat and then back into the highway. So today we got some pretty significant rainfall in this area, almost 1/3 of an inch. So there was a lot of material coming down, so the crews pretty much stayed in or near their vehicles where they could work safely along the edges. They did, but there was a lot of trees coming down and a lot of rocks coming down. So, and the fire was not moving, not pushing. Everything stayed within the lines that we have. So, we're looking good. We feel confident. Going into tonight, we're not expecting very good relative humidity dropping down. It's going to stay high, so not expecting any movement on the fire tonight. So everything's looking good there. We're feeling real comfortable about Wilsonia, the Grant Grove, all those areas of infrastructure in there. We're still maintaining a presence in here. We have a hose lay all the way around Wilsonia in case the fire ever did get out. The intention would probably be to fire it and then use that hose lay to secure that. Coming down the General's Highway, all the fires held there. This has all pretty much been mopped in, looking real good here. Coming down behind Montecito, they're trying to evaluate exactly what we're going to do. They may end up going direct on some of this. There's 2 very steep drainages that would give the crews some pause about going after, because we are going into a warmer and drier period. But hopefully by tomorrow a decision will be made and maybe pick up some of this direct and coming down here direct and maybe just using trail systems to do a little bit of firing. And that would secure all the infrastructure that we have along the General Highway, the different camps and the lodges along there. Coming down towards Lost Grove and the Cabin Creek area, you'll see this dozer line here. Again, this is really nasty country. So we probably will end up burning this little bit of an area out. It's about 200 acres. It'd be very low intensity fire, but that probably won't occur for probably 4 to 5 days until things dry out a little bit. Coming back down, we tie back into the highway. You can see the fire pretty much parallels the highway, and this is just being mopped in. Hopefully in a few days we'll see some black on the map. Coming on down, we have this area out here. This has kind of gotten out into rock and pretty sparse fuels. It has not moved since our team took over, and from the team that we took over from, this hasn't moved since the fire made that big push, I believe was last Monday. So right now we're just kind of trying to evaluate what we're going to do with this. It may just be, as we get more of the infrastructure protected, shifting crews down into this division and starting to pick this up direct. Coming on down, you can see the rest up to the zone break. We actually have black on the map, and we're feeling comfortable that there's not going to be any movement there. The one thing I would talk to you about is, we got a little bit of rain. It's by no means enough to take care of this fire. We use 4 dead fuel classes: 1 hour fuels, 10, 100, and 1,000. And so the 1 hour fuels are like grass, pine needles, things like that, which means it takes them just 1 hour to reach equilibrium with the atmosphere around them. So as soon as it dries out, they're back available to burn. Likewise with 10, 100, 1,000. The 1,000-hour fuels were not affected by this rain at all. Being out there today, they were continuing to burn. And even some of the 1 hour fuels underneath the really tight canopies were burning. There was active flame going on, even though it was raining and in some instances snowing out on the line today. So just something to keep in mind that, even though the rain was good and it's giving us some opportunities, it's by no means anything enough to put out this fire. So that's your evening update for October 8th, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.